Hello student, in this video lesson, today I will explain you the second part of our chapter Chandni. In the first part, we read Abu Khan is an old man who lived in Almora and he lived all alone. So he kept goats as pet, but the goats of hilly areas don't like to tie on the rope. They left him one by one. Finally, he bought a young goat and named her Chandni. But after some time, Chandni also wanted freedom. But Abu Khan pushed her into a small hut and shut the door. But he forgot to close the small window at the back. In the night, Chandni ran away from that window. What happened after that we will read today. Chandni went back to the hills. She knew the wolf was somewhere there. She was ready to put up a good fight. Chandni reached the hills. It seems to her that the old hills were standing in a row to welcome her. When Chandni reached to the hills, he seems that the hills are standing there to welcome her. She felt like a child meeting her parents after years of separation. The meeting was as a child was meeting her parents after a long time. Wherever she went, the tall grass rose to embrace her, the flowers bloomed to amuse her, and the wind sang an endless song of welcome. And wherever Chandni was going, everything welcomed her. How different all this was from her past in the prison house of Abu Khan's compound. Now, Chandni was surprised that everything was different here from the prison house of Abu Khan. It was the happiest day in Chandni's life. Today, Chandni was very happy. That day, she played for hours on the grassy slopes of the hills. Now, Chandni played hours on the grassy slopes of the hills. She met a herd of wild goats who asked her to join their group. Chandni also met a group of wild goats and they offered her to join their group. But Chandni politely refused. She wanted to enjoy her new freedom all by herself. But Chandni refused the offer because she wanted to enjoy her freedom. The sun disappeared behind the hills and soon darkness enveloped the grass, the flowers, and the trees. Means now it was the time of night. The wind stopped blowing and there was stillness all around except for a strange sound which was coming from the bushes. Now there is silence everywhere, but a strange sound was still coming from the bushes. The sound was like a grunt. It was a grunt sound. What was it? Chandni thought, what was the sound? It wasn't Abu Khan's voice calling her back to the compound. It was not the voice of Abu Khan, nor was it the voice of another goat, and it was not the voice of another goat. Then Chandni thought of the dangerous wolf who lived in the hills. She felt scared. Now Chandni thought about the wolf and it was very dangerous. So Chandni was little bit scared or afraid. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut? No, she said to herself. Death is an open field is far better than life in a small hut. Now Chandni questioned herself that she should go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut. But her answer was no, because death in an open field is better than life in a small hut. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. The wolf was out from the bushes and greedily staring Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coals in the darkness, and the eyes of wolf was shining in the darkness. He seemed in no hurry. He knew the new goat was his, and the wolf was not in any hurry because he knew that he can easily kill that new goat. The wolf and the goat seized up each other. Now both goat and the wolf looked each other. The wolf was big and ferocious, whereas the goat, though healthy, was small. The wolf was very dangerous, strong, and big, but the goat was healthy but small. But small is not weak. The goat was small, but small means not weak. Chandni stood firm on her legs, head slightly bent, and horns jutting out. Chandni was standing straight, and she bent his head, and his horns was against the wolf. She was a picture of she was full of courage. She looked like a brave soldier, ready to fight a treacherous enemy. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. Chandni was ready against his dangerous enemy. Chandni thought that success or failure only the matter of luck or chance. The fight began. It went on through the night, and the fight continued throughout the night. The moon, which had been watching the fight, began to grow pale. Means the moon started setting. Suddenly, hid behind the clouds, the moon hid behind the clouds. The stars also began to disappear one by one. It means the morning was approaching, so the star disappeared one by one. Faint light appeared in the east, and the morning call for prayer came from a distant mosque. Means sun was rising from the east, and the voice of namaz from a distant mosque can be easily heard. The first rays of the sun saw Chandni lying on the ground. When the first rays of the sun appeared, Chandni was lying on the ground full of blood. She was completely soaked in blood. The wolf, tired and sleepy, was getting ready to devour her. It means the wolf was also tired, but he was ready to eat Chandni. An assembly of birds perched on top of a tree nearby was debating the result of the fighting, and there was a tree on which a group of birds were debating on the result of the fight. Who is the winner? One of them asked. One of the bird asked, who is the winner of that fight? The wolf, of course. Most of them said. Most of the bird replied that of course the wolf was the winner. A wise old bird declared with confidence, Chandni is the winner. But there was a wise old bird which declared Chandni the real winner. Hope you will understand the story of the chapter Chandni. And in the last, Chandni is called the real winner because she fought for the freedom and not cared for her life. This is all about the lesson. This lesson shows us the importance of freedom.